Good morning. Mike Line has asked me to do a devotional for your staff, and I feel so thankful. We worked on it. I worked on it last night. It ended up being too long and didn't upload right, so I'm going to try again this morning. So I'm going to start by reading from my favorite devotional. It's Morning by Morning by Charles Spurgeon, and the date on it is July 19th. It's my favorite day, and it was on July 12th that I found out I had cancer. So it was 2 years ago. And so it was a week later that the Lord brought these words to me. And so I hope they encourage you today. Man is not single. He has ever a side glance towards his own honor, has too high an esteem of his own powers. And so he is not qualified to behold the glory of God. It is clear, then, that self must stand out of the way, that there may be room for God to be exalted. And this is the reason why he bringeth his people oftentimes into straits and difficulties, that being made conscious of their own folly and weakness, they may be fitted to behold the majesty of God when he comes forth to work their deliverance. He whose life is one even and smooth path will see but little of the glory of the Lord. For he has few occasions of self-emptying, and hence but little fitness for being filled with the revelation of God. They who navigate little streams and shallow creeks know but little of the great God of tempests. But they who do business in the great waters, these see his wonders in the deep. Among the huge Atlantic waves of bereavement, poverty, temptation, and reproach, we learn the power of Jehovah. Because we feel the littleness of man. Thank God, then, if you have been led by a rough road. It is this which has given you your experience of God's greatness and loving kindness. Your troubles have enriched you with wealth of knowledge to be gained by no other means. Your trials have been the cleft of the rock in which Jehovah has set you, as he did his servant Moses, that you might behold his glory as it passed. Praise God that you have not been left to the darkness and ignorance which continued prosperity might have involved, but that in the great fight of affliction you have been capacitated for the outshinings of his glory in his wonderful dealings with you. Yesterday I went to a funeral of somebody I didn't know. It was my girlfriend's sister, who she's been the caretaker for many years. And her sister has Down syndrome and passed away last week. And it was a very God-honoring service. And the pastor often talked about how Christine uniquely learned how to give love wherever she went. And she would never withhold it. That if she met a stranger or somebody she knew, she met them in love. And I would say she was uniquely qualified to love. God made her uniquely for love. But he also made us uniquely for that kind of love. Didn't he? And yet we withhold it. And so as I was thinking about talking here today, I was thinking and wondering, why is it that we withhold love? Why do we hold it back? Why do we keep it to ourselves? And I was thinking about where you are uniquely. I was there for 10 years. And it's a town where many people know the language of Jesus. They even spend time in the pews. But they very rarely will step into the messy lives of their neighbors. And that's really your high calling, isn't it? To encourage an authentic relationship with Jesus in those in your listening realm. Is that, I don't know how you call it. And I just wanted to encourage you today. I feel like the story I was given, the story of cancer that keeps finding new corners in my body, has given me the ability to say your life matters. Your little moments loving your children and living in kindness to your husband and wife matter. Love extended from love that is given to us from Jesus matters. But the real question in that is, are we living in the love that Jesus extends to us? Do we believe, like the Psalms say, that the nearness of God is my good? And I would say, knowing that I have limited days, limited time, I know that his nearness is my only good. And Jesus is not only all I have, he's all I have to give. So today, how can you extend past the borders of your comfort and love another? How can you extend past your expectations of what this week will be and meet another in love and challenge those that listen to see that these small moments in life lived behind closed doors and how they treat those that are nearest to them matter. Thank you for this opportunity, Mike. I hope this one works. I love you. Have a great afternoon. I look forward to meeting you in September.